Oh, is it time already? Oh, goodness. I feel like I just laid down to go to sleep. What time is it? 5:45. Oh, I hear the birds chirping. Okay, we can do this another day. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, here we go. First things first, gonna get some tea on. All right, let's go get dressed. I think I'm gonna take a step outside. Check out these trees. They're starting to bud out. It won't be long. We're gonna start seeing some leaves on these trees. There it is. Sun is just coming up. Favorite time of the day, sunrise and sunset. Well, this one here started to bud out, getting some little leaves on it. Don't even know what this is. So that's the tractor over there that I was in all day yesterday with the packing tool on the back. It's folded up. So yeah, again, I'm not sure if I'm going to be in that today as well or if there's something else I'll be doing. Okay, I gotta get some lunch made up for the day. Okay, so proper hello and good morning. I'm starting to finally wake up a little bit here. I got up a little bit early this morning than I normally do. I wanted to take a quick trip out. This farmhouse is right by a lake. It's just, I mean, literally you can almost see it from the farmhouse here. So I'm gonna hop in the pickup truck real quick so we can get a glimpse of the lake. I think it'll be a good way to start my day this morning. I'm kind of feeling a little rundown and a little bit of nature to kind of wake me up. There's usually a bunch of birds over there and geese and all that. So let's go check it out. Okay, so this is the pickup I get to use while I'm here. If I ever have time and need to, I can use this to run into town to get groceries. But we've been pretty busy, so. Oh, it's a beautiful morning. So nice and calm. Here we are. Well, all the birds are having a good morning this morning. Okay, I gotta finish getting ready for work. Well, that was a nice way to start my morning. I feel like somehow today's gonna be a better day. Although the days have been good here. It's actually going really good. It's always just a little bit of adjustment for me doing these long days, sun up to sundown. Okay, so I got to get some breakfast in me here, get ready for the work day, get my lunch made up, and I think I'm going to get something in the crock pot so I've got some dinner waiting for me when I'm done today. Alright, I'm just going to do something simple here. I have this big piece of, I think this was like a pot roast or something. I cut it in half and made some beef stew the other day. And finished that up, so now I'm just going to get this back in there. I really don't have any idea what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to put the meat in there with some broth and seasonings. And use it to make like some burritos or something tonight. I'm just going to cube it up. Okay, I'm going to go in with some of this beef bouillon powder because I don't have any broth. Some garlic powder. Oops, I'll go full tilt there. Decent amount of that. Some black pepper. Healthy amount of that. Add some water, we'll be good. Turn that on high to get it up to temperature, then I'll click it back down to low and just leave that going all day. Okay, I think I got my lunch ready here. A couple of these sandwiches, some baby carrots, a couple apples. That's going to go in the lunchbox, and we're going to have to be good with that. Now, I may get lucky and we'll be back in the farmyard around lunchtime. I can grab something else and save these for later in the day. This is my little lunchbox here. I'll throw all this in there. And before I get going, I go over to the shop break room and get a couple cold seltzer waters, and that kind of helps it keep everything cool. And my little insulated pack here. That's it. I still got to get some breakfast in me. I almost forgot. I think it's going to be oatmeal this morning. I've been doing yogurt and Cheerios, but I ran out of yogurt yesterday, so it's going to be instant oatmeal, raisin dates, and walnuts. Okay, let's try this oatmeal. I haven't had this one yet. Ooh, that's good. The dates and raisin are actually good in there. Okay, just got the text. We're starting at 8 a.m., so I'm out here. First task for me is to get the windows cleaned up on this tractor for Kayla so she can get out seeding wheat. Get that done for her. Okay, this is all sugar beet seed here. I gotta load all these into the back of the truck there so they can be brought out to the seeder in the field so he doesn't have to come back. All right, all loaded. All right, like I said, I do a little bit of everything here. Farmer found these old rifles in the shed. He wants me to get them cleaned up and put away. Make sure they're not loaded. This is an old one here. Yep, chamber's empty. Oh, I cleaned up real nice. This is where they go. Okay, so I'm just kind of killing time until Chris is ready for these seeds. So I'm going to take the tractor. There's a bunch of frost heaves here coming up, so I'm going to level that out with the tractor. Get the scraper on them. Just drag the scraper box over them. This is the utility tractor here for just around the yard. Okay, Chris is ready for his liquid fertilizer. That is what is in this tank right here. I'm going to take it out in this truck and you can fill up right in the field. Well, this is a nice change of pace from yesterday. I was in a tractor all day yesterday, and today I'm doing a lot of just kind of running around and filling in where needed, which really makes the time go by fast. So, well, there's Chris coming down a pass with the sugar beet seeder. That yellow tank, that's what we're going to fill up with liquid fertilizer.
You might be okay, Brian. I gotta get out of this way.
Okay, you're done running around. I'm gonna get back in the packer here. Got a field that needs the soil packed. There we go. Okay, I got my lockouts removed so I can go ahead and lower this. Brings the whole unit down first, and then the wings will start going down here as soon as it's bottomed out. Here we are, bottomed out, and there they go. Alright, so this is the packing implement. It's just these big heavy steel spirals. I just roll over the soil, just the right amount of weight, just to lightly pack the surface of the soil. That way it traps in a little bit of the moisture and smooths out the surface for the beet seeder when Chris comes in after me. 750R, this thing is a beast. There we go. Okay, we are rolling now. This is a pretty easy job. I've done, I think, a couple, maybe 3 fields now before this, so I've got a pretty good idea of how everything works. Most of the tractors are pretty much the same to operate. There's some slight differences between the models as far as the controls. And then the on-screen display system is pretty universal across all the machines. Swivel around here, make sure everything on the implement is rolling smoothly. If I see any problems, anything that looks like it's broken, I can stop and inspect it. But other than that, it's just kind of kick back and cruise. The cab is very comfortable in these tractors. Have a really good sound system, so I can crank some tunes. The seat's pretty comfortable. Actually, one of the tractors, not this one, has a massaging seat. It's pretty nice. So yeah, just sit back and pass the time. Switched over to my north track here. Make my turn. Usually kick it down a notch on the speed when I make my turn. Look at my display here to line up with the line. Get semi-close to it, hit auto, and then it shifts over and we're back on track, cruising again. Make sure to kick my speed up again. And we are rolling. That's it, packing soil. Okay, I'm bringing it back to the farm. That's going to be it for packing. I got another task ahead of me. It is about 3:30. Took a little longer than I thought, but we'll see what the next task is. Okay, it is 5 p.m. I have a quick few minutes in between tasks here to come into the farmhouse. I'm going to tend to my crock pot here. Oh yeah, that is looking good, smelling good. Smelt it as soon as I walked in the door. It's nice and tender. I've got time. I'm going to go ahead and add a few potatoes here. I've got these baby potatoes here. I washed them, pierced them all with a fork. Just going to dump those right in there. I won't be back for probably another few hours, so those should be nice and done. I was going to add some carrots, but I think I'm going to leave it with just the potatoes. All right, I need to get back to work. Okay, it is now 6 p.m. I have switched over to the wheat seeder, the air seeder tractor. So I'm going to be doing this. We're just doing a small section of this field for a little bit, and it is a Sunday, so we're going to call it early. Probably just go another hour or two, so it should be done. Well, I guess that's not calling it too early, I guess. But yeah, hopefully we'll be done by 8. I can go enjoy my dinner. That is the air seeder there. The yellow tanks up top have all the wheat seed. The implement down here is shooting it into the ground with air pressure. All right, so we're wrapping it up for the day. It is 8 p.m. That makes for a 12-hour day. Just tallied up my hours for the week. I got 80 hours in this week. It is a Sunday, so I'm going to go in and enjoy some dinner. Actually, I think I'm going to go take a shower first, since this is kind of an early day, even though it's 8 p.m. Go get a shower in, come back, have a nice meal, and I'm going to try to get to bed early tonight. All right. Oh, I can smell that crock pot. Was able to sneak in here and add those potatoes. That's going to be good. I just got to taste a little bit of the broth here. Potatoes seem nice and soft, so those are cooked. Maybe I'll chunk off a little bit of that meat. Get a little piece of that. Oh, that looks good. Oh yeah, that'll work. Okay, I'm going to let that sit for a little longer while I go shower. All right, all showered up. It is dinner time. Okay, I decided I'm just going to have this as is. I was going to take the meat out of the broth here and make a burrito of some sorts, but I'm feeling just the straight up meat and potatoes, and then I'm going to have a big salad. Okay, we're going to call that good. Work on this salad next. Oh, there we are. We'll call that dinner. I am ready to dig in. That was a good day today. Just craving salad. Tastes so good. Oh, those tomatoes are nice. All right, let's see how this turned out here. Oh, that meat is just falling apart. That is hitting the spot right there. Okay, so before I get too focused here and just completely start stuffing my face, little update on how the planting season is going. We're doing really good. We're actually like ahead. I've been here for a solid 2 weeks. I got here 2 Sundays ago. So it's very possible we could be done in just one more week. Sugar beets are almost done, wheat's almost done, and then we'll be moving on to soybeans. So it's very possible that we could be done in just 3 weeks, which is not totally uncommon when the weather is cooperating. It's taken them up to 4 to 5 weeks when the weather isn't cooperating. So I'm totally okay with just 3 weeks of work. There will probably be some stuff I could do if I wanted to stick around for another week after planting's done. But I'm going to talk to the farmer. I'm totally okay with just moving on. I've got plans for the whole summer, and then I'll be coming back the end of September for harvest season. So I'm totally okay with just the 3 weeks of work. I've been doing almost 80-hour work weeks, so plenty of hours. Will give me a little bit of money to put into my emergency fund in case I have any problems with my van and my travels throughout the summer. And then I'll be back in the fall for harvest season, and it'll be back to the Southwest to deal with the box van. And I'll be talking more about the box van here in upcoming videos. But yeah, it's going really, really good. So I'm going to go ahead and focus in on finishing up my dinner here, and we'll check in before bedtime. Finally have time to do laundry. Okay, it is time to call it a night. Unfortunately, it's after 11 p.m. I do have my laundry in the dryer, so that should be all set in the morning. It's time to go to bed. Well, here we are back in the van where we started this morning. I am more than ready to lay down for the night. Just reflect for a minute and remind myself how grateful I am to live this kind of lifestyle, have the freedom to travel around most of the year and work these short-term seasonal jobs. It really is a special thing. It's provided me with just so much freedom and happiness and contentment. And I really appreciate you all checking in and having an interest in what I'm doing with my life. It really means a lot to me. I hope you're doing well out there. And we'll be seeing you all in the next one. But for now, it's time to lay down and get some rest. I got my alarm set for 6:30 in the morning, and we're going to do it all over again tomorrow. Thanks again. Take care. Peace.